Welcome to Season 3 of The Brew. Jersey Joe here, Eye on the Box over there. We're starting our third year doing this fine broadcast. You know what, Joel? We've actually done enough shows now that we can officially enter television syndication.
Oh, God, that would suck. No.
That's right. This is a live web show anyhow because we're here to interact with you guys. And speaking, it's all about social media. And speaking of social media, the big topic of this Season 3 premiere is Facebook. Put this question out on social media. What do you guys think of Facebook? Do you still use it? Have you changed the way you use it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you upset with the problems they've recently had? It's all about Facebook right here, right now, live on The Brew. So those of you watching, hit us up with your live comments. Got a bunch of yours as well. And Joel and I have our different opinions on Facebook. We'll go to you first. And I know you're not necessarily a Facebook lover anymore, are you?
Nah, it was cool like 10 years ago. This is 2019 we're talking about. I haven't had that shit since 2015. Luckily I got rid of it before everybody started having all their private info sold and shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that shit's like, yeah, it's outdated.
You were definitely one of the first people that I know that you pretty much cut the cord on Facebook. You kind of like gave that up or whatever. And I know it's always been big on Twitter, but what was the official reason? What made you get rid of Facebook? Why'd you stop?
I think it wasn't just that I didn't trust. Well, I mean, I don't know if I didn't trust them as much as I don't trust them now, mm-hmm. But it was more of like, holy shit, absolutely nobody my age is on this except for like trailer trash. It was just trailer trash and old people. That was it.
It's interesting you say that because Facebook age, the primary user, is definitely older now. It's definitely not millennials. It's definitely not younger people. In fact, I would say it's probably mid-30s and above. And then even like my mother and stuff kind of gets on and plays around, even though they don't get the full grasp of it. For me, I'm still on there because I have friends in different age groups. I'm kind of in the middle of the road here. And I still use it because I want to reach out on social media for, this web show, okay, my Jersey Joe, and my other web shows. And people I haven't talked to in a long time, it's kind of cool to like see some of their photos and things. And definitely for me, I use Facebook more personally, but I definitely don't use it as much as I used to. I'm kind of like you where I basically maybe on it once a day, and that's because I just kind of want to see if somebody posted a cool photo or checked in somewhere. But definitely for me, the whole, the lack of security, that was a turnoff. The whole everything with politics and getting fed Trump story after Trump story, that got annoying. I didn't want that. I know you could control all that and stuff, but it just kind of got to be too much. And it wasn't like the friend thing anymore. It was all this other like companies trying to sell me stuff on there. And then the other thing that I don't like about it is absolutely how all the apps sell and use all your information, trade it back and forth. Look, I know they already do that when you use Google and everybody else, but it really seemed like Facebook was the first company to really like steal your information and kind of sell it out there. And you had to click yes and accept those terms to use their platform and their apps.
Right. And it wasn't just once. It was 3 separate times. The first time, Mark Zuckerberg had to go and testify in front of Congress. Mm-hmm. Like, it was a big deal. Not just the stuff that you're talking about with the election where they put all that bullshit out there, but, like, they sold your fucking private info 3 times. They apologized after the first one. They did it again after that. After that, I was like, if you still have the shit and you get your shit stolen, you have your personal info still on there, like, it's on you at this point. Mm-hmm. And then the third time, they started selling people's private messages, like your DMs, whatever it's called on Facebook. Your I don't even know what it's called. DMs. Private messaging.
Yeah.
They sold your private message info, your calendar info. If you put your banking info, that's on there. I mean, if you trust them with any of your info, including your name at this point, I mean, that's on you.
And you know what? After you like do something wrong, okay, I'll forgive you the first time. But when you do something wrong, strike 3, you're out. And that's kind of how it is. But unfortunately, a lot of people still like and use Facebook. Well, not unfortunately, but it's just the way it is. Older skewing people still like it. It's still the #1 social media. There are more people on Facebook globally than there are on any other social media platforms. I think Twitter's too, and like YouTube's way down there. So a lot of people do use it, but they absolutely have taken a hit with their recent problems.
As they should. I can't believe people are still using it, but then again, not everybody listens to warnings. There's giant red flags. People are still like, oh, I should do this.
Yeah, and a lot of people, too, still like to click those, strange links. People like to get these weird invites from people and the Russian bots and stuff, and they still click on links. How many times have you been told, don't click on a link you don't know? Because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten, like, my friends' accounts have been hacked and stolen and duplicated, and they give you, like, a duplicate friend request. So I'm like, oh, no, it wasn't me. My account was hacked. Don't click on me. So that stuff still goes on, too, and they got to get that secure a little bit more. I mean, if they got this awesome platform, They gotta get. I mean, here's my question to you though: do you think that Facebook will eventually go the way of MySpace, where it was hot and now it's not?
I think one of the reasons, when I was saying I can't believe about it earlier, and one of the reasons why I don't think it will go that way is because it keeps stealing. It's still staying alive. It's stealing all of the shit from all the other platforms. It stole stories. It had like reaction emojis or some shit like a year or two ago. It stole follows and fan pages and shit and it stole verification. It stole from not just Snapchat, not just Instagram, not just Twitter. It stole from Vine. It stole from all kinds of different ones to try and stay relevant because they could see people moving over to these other platforms. So I think it'll still linger around. A lot of older people who didn't get on the MySpace train did get on the Facebook train and are still on there, and that's why I always make fun of the age range, super old or trailer park trash, because nobody in a big city, nobody up to date, nobody modern, no actor, no athlete is still using that shit. They use the Instagram or their Twitter.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's different too between Facebook and Twitter is that Facebook is pretty much like your closed circle of friends, whereas I can go on Twitter and I've tweeted things out and I've had Drew Carey write me back, Howie Mandel, somebody famous, which is cool. Unless you're a real friend with them on Facebook, which they're not even really on there, that's not really likely to happen.
Right, and like when I'm saying my friends aren't on there, I'll put the same thing on Facebook, or I used to. I'll put the same thing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Instagram will get 70 likes. Twitter will get a whole thread going. Facebook will get like 1 like, no comment, ever. It doesn't matter how cool it is. Like that Diamond Head Trail, you and me up at the top of Diamond Head in Honolulu. Mm-hmm. It was like 100 and something on Instagram and like 2 on Facebook. And like, I'm just like, there's nobody left here. It's just empty. It's the reason people left MySpace. But it's at least for my personal experience and probably a lot of people like me.
Well, look, we put this question out on social media, and you guys had a lot of opinions about it, so let's take a few of your comments right now. And Vamos Yankees writes in and says, I only use it for running under an assumed name, Jersey Joe. Joel, will you hold on 1 second while I go out and lawyer up? I'll cut you in on a piece of it for that one. Vamos Yankees. It's stealing my
See that mother.
James McLaughlin, he writes it and says, any option for I deleted my Facebook years ago and I'm laughing now. And Rock for Guitar also writes it and says, yes, I deleted that poisonous shit technology. So a lot of people are deleting it. I mean, they definitely are losing numbers. That's a proven fact.
Good.
We got a few more of your comments right now because Keith writes it and says, yes, I am now choosing to not click on any of the games or quizzes or personality things, realizing that they are just data miners. Also, I made a New Year's Eve resolution to weed out a lot of political sites and replace them with feeds from drag queens. I need more joy in my Facebook feed. Well, whatever it takes to put more joy in your Facebook feed. But that is the one thing, though, like when you play any of those games, use any of those apps on Facebook, deep down in that end user license agreement, all that techno babble nobody reads, you've pretty much given them the right to use anything you post on there and any of your personal data to anybody, anytime.
Correct. That's the thing people don't understand either is it's their property. Whatever you put on there, you're giving them permission to sell it, and they have, and they're going to fucking keep doing it.
It's almost like glorified hacking, I mean, they basically have all your info, and the biggest buyer gets to keep it, whether it's for political or whatever, or stores buying it. It's a little frightening when you think about it. Well, the final thing is we always put the poll out on social media, and this time we did 2 for this particular show, asking your opinion about what you think about Facebook. So let's go to our first poll right now. I put the question out with all the issues Facebook has recently faced, and includes the hacking, all the testifying to Congress. How have you changed how you use it? Do you still trust them? 47% says I use it less, but a whopping 53% said it made no difference. So close to 50-50, nobody clicked on I use it more. I was surprised by how even that is, but then I'm wondering maybe that was 53% of an older skewing audience that voted to say it made no difference to them.
I guarantee if I put the poll on my followers, my list is not going to end up 53% the same. It's going to be worse. But that's because mine are... my followers are a little bit younger age group than Joe's.
It was an interesting result. And then the second question I put out there, I asked, do you trust Facebook as a company? And a whopping 70% of you said no, and 30% said yes. So first off, the poll has no margin of error because it adds up to 100%. But wow, people really don't trust Facebook now. So they've actually got some damage control to like repair their image.
Anybody trust them, that 30%, and still uses them and trusts them at this point?
Yeah,
That's a pretty big percentage of stupid ones.
But hey, if you want to be smart, though, you want to click that like and subscribe button down below so you don't miss any episodes of this web show. Trust Joel and I here. We have a lot more fun. We're going to have even more fun on Thursday's Game Back Jersey Joe, because let me ask you this. Did you know that the sandwich was invented thanks to gambling? Oh, you'll find out a lot more fun sandwich fun facts that'll make you hungry and give you some good bar conversation Thursday on Kicking Back with Jersey Joe. And look, Joel, I happen to find a way to link gambling and sandwiches together. Imagine that.
You would find some, I don't know what I just said. Whatever I just said. Edit that together.
I will. But hey, one thing I want to make sure you do, click that like subscribe button down below. Appreciate seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you for all new season 3 right here. Wow, we've survived longer than like most shows. That's pretty cool. But Jersey Joe, Ion here in the box. Thanks for watching. See you next time, I hope.